All right, welcome back. 2 videos in one day. So this is going to be called French Steel or Frissues. So what we have here is how to remove a bottom bracket cup or get a stuck bottom bracket cup out. This is an old French jeton I picked up for way too cheap. They had it at the nonprofit. No one else wanted to buy it. They didn't care. They put it out the salvage sale. No one wanted to buy it. Instead of throwing it to the scrapper, they let me have it for $5. And the reason they got rid of it so cheap, other than it being French, and it's a little, you shouldn't just sell French bikes to unsuspecting people. They got weird sizes. It's hard to switch bars and stems. It's hard to find parts. It should be up for people who know what they're getting into. It's missing the top nut, which is frustrating, but oh yeah, I have at least one French one sitting around that doesn't have a headset. Oh my god. I've got labeled as French that I can use. And so what they said was the real reason was because it's got a stuck drive side bottom bracket cup. This is fairly normal among stuff. One of the ways you can tell it's French is it says Sagino, Japan. This is 35P1, made in Japan, Sagino. So this is kind of a later French bike that had lots of Japanese parts on it, but still French thread. 3501 is French thread, 36 millimeters Italian thread, and then the 24 by 1.37 or whatever it is. Hopefully I'll pop it up. That's like English thread, ISO thread. That's what most Japanese, American bikes are. The Italians still do weird Italian stuff. I don't really think there's any French bikes, and they've all sold out to Taiwan, so they're all just Taiwan bikes with French bike stickers on them now. So that stuff should be mostly English. So the 35, that's French. And I asked one of the guys there, I'm like, couldn't get that cup out there. Couldn't get that cup out. And they go, hey, you guys know that French is reverse thread, right? Did you try going the wrong direction? I went, huh? So there's a very good chance this cup will come right out. There's a very good chance this cup will be a nightmare. Let's find out and see. So I got the bike in my handy dandy little park. Super pro around here, guys, super pro. Professional repair stands anchored into the ground, so I can really put some torque into this guy. It's got an arm you can really tighten down so it won't slip so much. But I also usually kind of like having it here so I can put my shoulder under it to really fight it. So on all French bottom brackets, all Italian bottom brackets, both sides are righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. English stuff and Swiss stuff, which you'll probably never see, hopefully, the drive side is reverse threaded, so it's actually righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. And that's because they found from pedaling so much over the years that it would always make this cup come loose. Same reason why on your pedals, the non-drive one is reverse thread. For the same reason, you put a regular thread one in as you ride, it'll always be coming loose. Centrifugal force, whatever. So this guy, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, unlike normal. Let's see what we got. It's a Japanese, maybe it's normal size. A lot of French stuff is like really weird, giant, oversized cups. So this fits about a 36. It might fit a 35. An earlier Japanese 35 mil. Definitely doesn't fit. For some reason, 1 millimeter. It's crazy. Night and day different. So I do some sketchy stuff. So this is going to be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Just want to go this way. That is right in the way. It's real annoying. I don't want to do that. Spin this bike upside down. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This is kind of too high. I really like to get it where I want it. Really want it where I want. I want to lower. I want to be able to hit it. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is actually just try it. Not really. I can keep trying it. First thing I ought to do, because they clearly did not, is spray a bunch of like PB Blaster penetrating oil in here. That stuff takes a few days, so we're going to try this first. So this is awkward. This is a really thin wrench. It's a really flat cup. See it move? I did. It's real easy to hit this and have this wrench come flying off. I was kind of holding it a little bit gently, a little bit, let it fly off if it wants, but kind of keep it from if it's only kind of flying off. I'm going to assume that no one knows that hammer trick, or they were just trying to get it to go righty-loosey, like most normal things. Fast and easy video, guys. If this wouldn't have done it, we'd have started soaking it in penetrating oil. I've done another stuck bottom bracket video, we would have done that too. This is the EVT, but some other companies made these. Crazy tool. So this thing goes in from that side, threads on this side, and I've found that you really have to use 2 giant wrenches on this. One to keep this nut tight while turning this one. And just the friction of them, you can kind of see it moving. The friction of these guys combined to sandwich that cup, and there's no wrench flats or nothing. You can just get it to thread right out. This is magic for really stuck bottom brackets. Just use giant wrenches. I usually just use my like 12 and 15 adjustable, and I've gotten stuff out I never thought would come out with this pretty quick and easy. So old Brett at EVT still sells these. I don't think they're inexpensive, but man, they'll save a frame. And they'll never go bad because it's just solid steel. They'll save a lot of frames over the years. So get this EVT dude if you really need it, but also just using, this is just a Park wrench. It's the Park HCW13, 36 millimeter, little double D sort of flat sides. They've made a zillion over the years. Sagino's made a zillion. Lots of other companies have made zillions. They're probably 10 or 13 bucks new. You can probably get them for 10 or less used all the time. But if these guys wouldn't have done it, the next trick is to take one of these guys, grind the chrome off of both of these, put it on there, weld it on. Weld this thing on so it cannot move. You're hoping that the heat from welding it might shrink and stretch this thing and break it free a little bit. Having this thing welded on would really let you pound on it with a hammer without it falling off. If you have a real hard time with this falling off with a hammer, you can put the bottom bracket spindle back in, and I use some headset spacers and some big washers and a crank bolt. Bolt this thing down tight to it so it can't fall off. So there are lots of tricks, but I'm glad that this one was just that no one knew French threading. They haven't done it since before most of those kids who worked there were born. Probably the early 80s was the very end of it, probably. Let's get a real close up so you can see that cup. See how it says made in Japan, Sagino, and see how it says 35x1. French! Now you also, like, if you watched any of my Allegro videos, it is Swiss. So Swiss is also 35x1, but it's reverse thread on the driver's side, like a regular English thing. Very weird. French bottom brackets, you can absolutely tap out to English if they're mangled or dead. It's a little sketchy because you're really, not only you're kind of cutting new threads, you're also pushing the threads in the wrong direction and in the wrong pitch. Swiss is a lot safer just to tap out to English because it's already going the right direction. So you can do that. Anything's totally dead and destroyed. If you find an old guy who sells an Italian bottom bracket cutter set, you can tap anything out to Italian. It's 36, it's like a full size bigger. You get really into that fresh metal, but then it means you have to find Italian bottom brackets for getting harder. But you can save a frame that way. I do not have an Italian bottom bracket tool. I keep my eye on one. Someday one will pop up and I can afford it, and I'll get it for the once every 10 years someone really needs it. Until then, I send everyone to David Cutt. She's probably been retired bike mechanic for at least a decade now. Bicycle repairman David Cutt. He has an old campy tool set with Italian in it. I think he might even have French. So you can always hit him up. He does like little one-on-one maintenance and tutoring stuff. Can cut you that dude. Anyways, very fast little short video. Thanks for watching. Oh, before I go, I got this bike because it was French and cool. I got this bike because it's got big reliefs down here. It's got real dropouts. It's got a cool fork crown, it's got cool old stickers. And it's like, I'll build up 700C, I build a road bike. Wait till you see this. So these are some wheels I had built just to play with. They're never gonna go on a bike unless I sell them one day or something. So this whole frame is 120 spaced. These wheels are 130 spaced modern road cassette, 8, 9, 10 speed cassette. Velocity Atlas high polish 650B rims. Grambois Hetra 650B by 42 tires. You can get Rene Hurst tires, you can get Perimotos, you can get some stuff. So it's a little... So I've got these guys in and back. Look at how this fits, this 650B. It is perfect. There's a 20mm gap, 20mm gap. The dimples look like they're made for 650B by 42 tire. I'm sure this bike was 27, 1.25 or something, but the dimples are hot. The old forky dorky. So the fork is a little bit tighter. It's in a little bit crooked, but there's probably only about 4. The fork definitely needs to go on the alignment table. It's probably 4 to 5 mils on this side, only 2 to 3 on this side. So it's a little tighter than I want. I really want like 5 on each side. The crown clearance is tight, or is good. If I put fenders in here, I'll probably have to notch them a little bit to go on the fork blades. It's really common on conversions. So slightly wider crown would be heaven. But it doesn't have that. But it fits these great. Or you can go 650B 38s. Very nice for conversions. They fit. There's room. This is actually a pretty tight little gap in here. Especially with fenders. It'll be very tight. A little toe overlap probably. The way French didn't care. They made short top tubes. The Italians made long top tubes. Right? The Italians made short top tubes and long stems. The French did long top tubes and short stems. But look at this thing. It looks gorgeous with these 650 wheels in it. I'm going to have to build this up. I'm going to have to build a very expensive set of wheels for this $5 frame. Got lots of extra French parts. I'll do a fun build series on this. But I've also got the Allegro, and I also just got this Raleigh Competition, which is an awesome bike to 650B convert too. So I don't know what order they'll be in. I want to get that stuck cup out, and I wanted to show you this thing with the wheels on. Good, gorgeous. Almost like a glove. Almost like it was meant to be this way. Anyways, thanks for watching.